Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be talking about process mapping and what is it and why would we want to know it. Today's quality tip is provided to you by the Center for Quality Management and Education. We're here to help you implement quality management strategies in your school district. Okay, don't forget, give us a thumbs up, hit share, or subscribe if you don't want to miss out on any content. Process mapping. Let's talk about this today. What we're going to discuss is what's a process, what's process mapping, why do we want it, and what are the levels of it. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is a process. What is a process? A process is, remember, quote by Michael Hammer, a complete end-to-end set of activities together that create value for the customer. Simply put, because I'm a simple person, you're going to take your inputs, what are you going to do to them, and make an output. So what are you doing? What are the activities that you're doing to change that? So a process map then, so we know what a process is. So what's a process map? It is actually a visual representation of what you're doing. What are you doing to change those inputs into outputs? It's to try to help you communicate the levels and the steps. So process map is just a visual depiction of what you're doing, your activities, so everybody has a better understanding of it. So why do you want it? Obviously, to have a better understanding of how the process works. Once again, it's a visual representation. I'm a visual learner. It's a visual representation of your process, and it helps you communicate the steps to others, and it helps support the process owner. The process owner knows what's step one, what's step two, and you will also leverage this process map when you're trying to do improvements. Now, there are different levels to process mapping. The first one is just saying, hey, what's happening? That would be like your SIPOC. So let's go down. There could be a SIPOC, or it could be here. This is what's happening. We don't know who's doing it, who's responsible, but this is how to make a widget, whatever it is that we're doing. Step one, step two, step three. I don't know who's responsible for it, but this is what it is. Level 2 then takes it down a little deeper, and it says who's responsible. So each one of these horizontal lines here is a different department. This is a recruitment process. So management office, so every layer in here, horizontal strip, is who is responsible for these actions. The next layer down, the third layer, would be procedures. Who, what, and how. The exact step-by-step of what has to be done. Now, you don't map out procedures, but you could map out level 1 and 2, but not level 3. Level 2 right here is going to tell you who's interacting with what departments. You might be able to save time and reduce some errors just by eliminating some of the problems with the communication. When you start out doing a process map or your SIPOC, you might just start out with a big dry erase board or a sheet on the wall, and you're just going to have markers on it and stick-ems, and each department has a row, and you're going to place the stick-ems on there, and once everybody agrees, the post-it notes, once everybody agrees what the steps are in the process, then you're going to document it and either put it in a SIPOC or put it in a process map. Remember that the process map is the present state. It's not an idea. It's not what you want it to be in the future. You don't want to map out what you want to be. It's what is it right now. And frankly, that's going to take walking around and looking and asking questions and finding out what's really happening. Not what the supervisor says should be happening, but what is really happening. Okay, so let's review. Process, set of end-to-end activities. Basically, you're just going to create your inputs into output. What are you doing to create that peanut butter jelly sandwich? Why do you want it? Process map. It helps you better understand visually what's happening at each step. Now, you could have this high-level map, or you could have it split up by department so you would know who's responsible. Then the next level down would be the actual procedure, what actually happens at each of these little boxes. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you would like further information, or if you want help on how to implement quality management techniques in your school district. Thank you very much for all you do, and have a great day.